Well, Coach, is it unique that you're going into week 11 and you have 4 division games left and 2 of those opponents you've never played? Is this a unique scenario for you and your team?
It is, especially this late to a degree. We control our destiny. Everything's in our hands now because why? We're playing 4 divisional games. And if you win your division, you have to handle your division to win your division.
Yeah.
We've got 4. If we can win all 4, we put ourselves in great position. But the truth is, we've got to take it one at a time. We play Sunday, it's a divisional game.
Well, I know Atlanta has that same mindset, and they go to New Orleans, and I think everyone in the league was surprised by what happened. What started to click for Atlanta when you're watching that film?
Well, you know, it's interesting because Atlanta did some good things, and not to take anything away from Atlanta, but also it was what New Orleans didn't do. You know, so again, when you play against a team like that, you've got to play your best, and when you're not at your best, you know, team's going to make plays, and Atlanta made plays. That's where you got to give them credit. They went out and did some good things, and they took advantage of things that New Orleans didn't do.
Are you driving that home to your team this week of don't play down to maybe what you think this Atlanta team is?
Without a doubt, because they've got too many good football players. I mean, if you really look at who they have, they've got a solid offensive line. They've got a dynamic receiver in Julio, so you can't sleep on those guys. And then they've got a quarterback who's as solid and steady as ever. Defensively, they got guys that attack the quarterback. They rush the passer very well. Their linebackers play downhill, and they've got good cover guys that understand coverage concepts.
What do you think is their bread and butter right now?
I think offensively right now, if they can run the ball and keep you off balance, I think they're very good with their play action. You know, I think Matt Ryan does a nice job of selling the run and then throwing the ball downfield.
Well, you mentioned that run game. They did that against New Orleans, and you've talked about this defense still working on stopping the run. How have those conversations gone this week, and do you feel like you're taking a good step?
I think so. I think we've taken a real positive step as far as our run defense. You know, and we work it every week, we work it every day. And the hard part is, you know, you've got to be disciplined. You can't feel like you've got to do more than you're supposed to. Do your job, because we are a gap-controlled defense. And again, it is about the accountability of who's where they're supposed to be.
Where does that start, that accountability?
It starts up front. The D-line, more so than anything else, is guys that's got to understand that when they go to get doubled, they can't get forced out of their crease. And that's really one of the tough things for it, is because, again, you know, here's a guy, at, you know, the 290-pound guy taking on 300-pounders trying to hold his point, and it's tough because you're trying to split the double team, and at the same time, you're trying not to allow that guy to scoop underneath you and displace you.
Well, then let's go into the secondary. Corn Elder back with the team. Was that a depth move of something you think you need back there?
It's a depth move. We have a couple guys that have been nicked the last few weeks, and we went out and got who we feel is a guy that really understands and knows our system and is going to help us. So again, we brought that back knowing we needed a little bit more depth.
When you look back at the Green Bay game with Kyle Allen, I know a lot of people said that might have been his best performance. Did you think that?
I think it was one of his better performances. I don't know if it was his best, but most certainly one of his better. He was very solid, made good decisions, made quick decisions. You know, two turnovers, and that was it. I mean, he played about as good a game as he has played. You know, and we keep forgetting. Everybody keeps expecting this guy to continue to, you know, just keep winning, and you really have to take a step back and go, wow, this dude is 6-2 in 8 games. So let's all take a breath and let's just keep playing football.
Great. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Good luck this weekend.
Thanks, Caroline.
Thanks.